The Next News Network is sponsored in part by GetTheTea.com, a powerful detox tea to support your health.
Take a look at this. The world's largest aircraft has now officially left the hangar for the very first time. You know what its nickname is? The Bum Plane. Yes, if you look at this plane from its posterior side, it looks like a huge ass. Yes. Chris Summers for the Daily Mail UK reports the world's largest aircraft, known fondly as the Flying Bum, left its hangar for the first time today. The Airlander 10, which cost £25 million to build over 10 years. It's 92 meters long and it's pumped with 1 million cubic feet of helium. They say that it's part plane, part airship, and it's left its hangar in Cardington, Bedfordshire at 4 a.m. today to commence a brief series of ground system tests before its first flight, its maiden voyage, later this month. As soon as this had maiden voyage, I think Hindenburg, I think Titanic, world's largest. I mean, every single time we have these world's largest things, these vehicles, they always end up in disaster. I'm not saying that's going to happen here, but it's just like every time we like, you know, it's like the Tower of Babel. We have this pride in mankind. We want to reach to the heavens and we want to say that we are gods. And then suddenly God says, no. Bam, and strikes that down and reminds us that we are human and that we are mortal and that we, bashes the pride that we think is, the driving us to these great feats. But, let's say pride comes before the fall. So I don't know. I'm on a major tangent here. This is the world's largest aircraft. So anyway, it says it was a delicate operation as there were only 6 meters of clearance from the fin tip to the sides of the hangar doors. They say it took 5 minutes for the Airlander to clear the hangar and then 30 minutes to be towed to rest at the primary mast site. The aircraft is 302 feet long. It is 50 feet larger than the biggest passenger jets. It was first developed for the U.S. government as long-endurance surveillance aircraft. Oh. But it fell afoul because of defense cutbacks. The Airlander has now formally been granted permission to conduct its first series of flight tests by both the European Aviation Safety Agency and the UK Civil Aviation Authority. So that's an interesting little side note that the Pentagon initially had this design set up for a long-term air spy vehicle. And now they sold the plans, and it took them 10 years to build this thing after the Pentagon sold them. So what are your thoughts on the Flying Bum? Comment below. Subscribe for updates. If you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up and share this report. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi.